So on to the final part of the main Coach RX section. So this is going to be the check-ins, and you may have done coaching check-ins before with an online service, but I'm going to show you as to why this is going to be a super, super important part and will probably make the biggest difference in terms of your coaching journey. If these are neglected, it can actually severely impact your results you get, because this is a point of how you look internally at yourself and reflect upon your week as to how you have done. You start to rate it yourself. You start to think about why you did so well or why you struggled that week, what events might have hindered you, what barriers you had, or little changes that you've made that you've never done before. All the best success stories I've had within my clients have been where they've looked at themselves here and they've been like, I didn't realize I've actually made that change and I've been that consistent, or something along those lines. It also helps you look forward to the future as to what will make you proud, what you need to change, and it's going to get you thinking. But it's also going to set the tone for my check-in to you that I'll give to you every Sunday. This will be a 5-minute summary video where I'll basically reflect upon what you've said. I'll read and I'll comment on each point you've said that you've mentioned to me. We'll talk about things like weight. We'll talk about things that you feel. We'll talk about how your sessions went, how things like your nutrition went. And what I'll end up doing is I'll summarize a few key targets that I want you to do for next week. But more than anything, it's going to give us a conversational starter in terms of building upon our daily check-ins. So our daily check-in is basically, I'm just going to talk to you each day, see how you're getting on. But this weekly change is going to be check-in, is going to be where all the major changes happen. So what I want you to do is really take your time each week. I set it to a Friday for most people, but you can have it on any day that suits you. So this is what it's going to look like. So essentially the first question, rate your week 1 out of 10 why. So I'm going to say a 7. And the why is so important. And I could be like, I hit my protein goal for 5 out of 7 days and managed my overeating. And then I can be diving into that a bit more. The more I probe with each of these answers, the better the check-in feedback you will get. So try not to be too vague here. Try to think about what you've done this week and so on and so forth. This is also a skill as well. So I'll help you refine the skill and I'll ask questions to help you solidify what you've said. So what went well this week? I did a second session on my own at the gym. That could be such a big change for so many women that I've worked with. What needs to change for you to move forward? So what do I struggle with, basically? So what needs to change? I need to plan in when I go to the gym rather than reacting. Something as simple as that could be something I can do. So I'm going to look forward to the next week and be like, right, when's my opportunities? What would make me proud next week? Hitting 2 workouts again and at least 5 days of protein targets. And again, it's been really specific to something you want to achieve. So I could ask you next week, did you achieve this? And if you didn't, that's okay. These last 2 questions are really important, I feel. Is there anything specific I could do for you at the moment? So normally, most clients do know they want something or need something from their coach. And this is an opportunity to say, can you do this for me? If you haven't mentioned it to me yet. Most people will mention it to me before this point, but if you haven't, pop it in here. And I'm going to touch upon it at a different point. There is also a service I offer called Coaching Calls, where you can book it in via a call link in this app to have a quick 15-minute call with me to discuss a bit of trouble you're having with maybe the app, with maybe your sessions, with your nutrition, or just want a bit of a pep talk. That's another service you can use. And in the last one, rate yourself whether you're green, amber, or red, and again, comment based on that below. So once you've done all these, you'll click finish. It'll update and say you've completed that, and I will give you your check-in as normal moving forward in the weeks. Again, a really vital part of the service, but make sure you take your time to fill this in and build upon this week after week. It is one of the most biggest parts of change that you'll receive from this program. Hopefully that makes sense. I'll start to cover some of the other wee pieces of the app now, and you'll get to know the app fully inside out.